I'm Josh Holmes. I'm one of the co-founders of Midwinter Entertainment. We're a small indie studio based in Seattle, Washington. So, Scavengers is a survival shooter co-opetition that blends together elements of exploration, combat, and survival. And when we use the term co-opetition, what that means for us is it's kind of blending together PvE and PvP and creating a situation where teams need to cooperate to survive but can compete to win. And so in our game, one of the things that's unique is that all of the teams that are participating in a session are contributing to this one shared goal. And by accomplishing that goal, they are able to extract via dropship and get to safety and kind of win the match. But at the same time, each team is individually rewarded based on their performance and the number of samples, which is this goal material that you're trying to bring back, the number that you bring back. And so, like at all times, you sort of start with this fragile alliance at the beginning of a session, but as you run across other teams, you're given this choice, like, do we engage in PvP or do we try to avoid conflict and work together to that shared end? So that's one of the things that's really unique about the game.
And I noticed that you guys have a lot of experience, especially with Halo. I'm a big fan of Halo personally. So how did that experience from all your different AAA games go into Scavengers?
Yeah, so I mean, the founding group for our studio, three of us came from the Halo team at 343 Industries. We apply some of our experience building shooters there. We've got other members of the team, lots of shooter background, both from Halo and Battlefield and other games like that. And yeah, I mean, we kind of understand what it takes to make moment-to-moment shooting gameplay, but we wanted to do that in a unique and different way where we're bringing more complex systems into play and kind of supporting really endless player stories.
Sure. And what kind of games did you look at to develop that other than previous experience?
Well, this was really something that, when we founded the studio, we talked about the types of games that we wanted to build. And for us, we wanted to build shared experiences that create like big obstacles for players to overcome. The four of us, the founding group, we're really inspired by winter. We love the winter. We love like that environment. We didn't feel like there were a lot of games that really captured the essence of that. And we started thinking about like, how do we distill down a survival experience into a repeatable loop that's set in this like frozen, winterized world. And that just became kind of the spark of inspiration. And then over the last years, we've grown the team. We brought together all these amazing, talented folks from across the industry. Our team's now about 30 people. And we really just build the game through constant iteration, discovery. We play the game every day, sometimes multiple times a day. And we talk about what's awesome and what's not. And we just, keep seasoning the soup.
And so Scavengers uses something called Spatial OS. Could you briefly describe what that is and how it kind of works in Scavengers?
Yeah, so we're building Scavengers using Spatial OS as the foundation for our networking. And what Spatial OS is it's a platform that allows you to kind of go beyond the limitations of a single server. That's something that has been possible in the past, but has taken sort of massive teams, usually MMO-focused teams, to really build something like that. Spatial allows us as a small team to kind of build off of that foundation and apply theoretically endless compute, kind of limited only by what we choose to employ to scale the experience. And the reason that's really really important for us is because Scavengers is a blend of PvE and PvP, and we want to have this dynamic living world filled with responsive AI populations and a high player count. And to do that, we just can't deal with being limited by a single server. And so Spatial's really removing that obstacle for us.
Sure. And I noticed, so we could play 4 characters during this demo, but there's got to be more on the way. What kind of characters do you think we could expect? And also, what are future content plans for Scavengers going to be like?
Yeah, so we've designed and built the game from the beginning as a service, and we're planning 8 characters at launch. I think you played with 4 of them here today, but we'll be adding characters as we continue to evolve the game, playable characters as well as new AI factions to challenge players. And this is being built as a free-to-play title, so when we do release, players will be able to come in, play the game for free. There'll be a number of characters they'll be able to unlock for free, and then if they want to buy and play with other characters beyond that, that'll be something that's available for them.
Great.
And right now we're actually playtesting the game in closed playtests. It's still pretty early in development, but that feedback loop is really important to us, and we're going to be expanding the number of people that can playtest on PC all throughout 2019. So if players want to play Scavengers and help contribute to our development, they can go to scavengersgame.com, sign up, and be amongst the first to playtest the game on PC.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. I had a blast playing it, and you guys should definitely check out the play tests. And if you're looking for more coverage on Scavengers and everything else at E3, check out our coverage hub, and we'll see you next time.